reporting and monitoring of foreign immigrants or nationals that are undocumented in our country?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, marerecall ko po na naglabas na ng memorandum ang ating pong DILG as to that effect. But ang sabi ko nga, sir, dapat dagdag din po natin na yung mga barangay po ay dapat mag-issue po ng certification na walang pogo o illegal gambling doon sa kanilang nasasakupan. And then sabi ko nga, we can incorporate it as part of the requirement bago sila mabigyan, sir, ng certificate of good governance, sir. The certification ng seal of good governance.
Siguro, Mr. Chairman, isa po ito sa mga pwede natin ipakiusap sa DILG na isa sa mga positibong hakbang na pwede nila gawin upang siguraduhin na yung mga binanggit ni Yusek Cruz na kumakalat na mga foreign nationals ay hindi maging salot sa ating lipunan at pagmulan pa ng ibang mga problemang illegal sa ating bayan. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. And I would like to just follow up on your gentle reminder to all our fellow colleagues. Please wait for the chair to properly recognize you before you speak on the mic. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Yes, Congressman Abante, you're recognized.
Mr. Chair, sumunod na ako sa iyo bago ko yung microphone ko. Anyway, I'm just kind of confused, Mr. Chair, sa binanggit ni Yusek Gilbert Cruz. Ano pong ibig sabihin nung pakalat-kalat? Ibig sabihin, hindi niyo pa nahuhuli itong mga taong to?
Sir, nung magkaroon po tayo nung banning of Pogo, and then yung iba po dyan talaga nagsara. Yung iba, we were receiving reports and coordination that nagtayo po sila ng yung mga Pogo hubs nila dito nilipat sa ibang bansa. And others, gumawa po sila ng mga small-scale Pogo operations. And yung mga pakalat-kalat, sir, ito po kasi yung, nung malalaki pa po yung mga Pogo, may mga Pogo hubs pa, sir, they were forcefully, against their will, kinuha, sir, yung mga passport niyan, sir. So, tapos nung nagkaroon po, sir, ng banning, nagtakbuhan po yan. So, hindi na ho nila nakuha yung mga passports nila.
So ito po, sir, yung mga pakalat-kalat. Ibig sabihin yan, hindi nyo alam kung nasan sila ngayon.
Yes, sir. Yung po, sir.
How about yung mga nagtayo ng mga maliliit na Pogo? Ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, may mga pera yan, di ba? At alam nila, Mr. Chair, alam nila, kung may mga pera yan, alam nila yung mga pakalat-kalat na walang mga passport sapagkat ginagamit pa rin nila yan. Am I right, Mr. Chair?
Tama po, sir. Especially those with skills and talents pagdating sa mga computers.
So, hindi ba kayo, Mr. Chair, hindi ba kayo nakikipag-ugnay, for example, like a CIDG o NBI, for example, tungkol sa mga bagay na ito? Kasi, narinig ko sa Director Feliciano kanina na wala silang maaaring magawa kundi sumulat yung yung foreign government Di ba? Yun ang pagkakasaya mo, Director Leilani. Am I right? Oo. That's the only thing that you could be able to do something about it, di ba?
May I
Yes,
clarify, Mr. Chair? Thank you. If the concerned government agency communicates with us regarding a specific foreign national, whether distressed or, in this case, has committed crimes, we can and we will coordinate and communicate with the diplomatic mission in the Philippines so that they may issue the emergency travel document to that national para makabalik ko siya sa kanyang country. If the foreign government, of course, wishes to receive that foreigner. I wish to recall, if I may, but this is in a Senate hearing, I will recall this one instance. This was early this year during the closing of Senator Riza's hearings on Pogo. There were several Chinese nationals who were deported by the Bureau of Immigration. And this is recorded. They were deported. However, the Bureau of Immigration, this is from my recollection, deported them not on a direct flight, but on a flight that has a layover. So what the Vietnamese government said at the time was they were not informed ahead of time that there were
Layovers.
yes, that there were several Vietnamese who are being deported because of their Pogo-related activities. And so they were not able to receive these Vietnamese nationals. And what in fact happened was that these Vietnamese, instead of being deported to their country, they escaped.
Mr. Chair, who's reporting it to you? Sino nag-report sa inyo?
Senate hearing po ito. I remember it distinctly because the Vietnamese government sent a note verbal complaining that they were not informed ahead of time that there were several Vietnamese who will be going home or being deported as a result of these Pogo activities.
Mr. Chair, ang nakakalungkot dito is para bang sa pakikinig ko kay Yusek Cruz, wala tayong masyadong magawa doon sa mga pakalat-kalat na mga foreign workers natin. Minsan, we have the intelligence, we have the CIDG, we have the NBI, we have the DOJ, we have the Foreign Affairs, we have the Board of Immigration. Pero mukhang wala tayong halos magawa doon, Mr. Chair. Yusek Cruz, tama ho ba ako? Ano bang magagawa natin? Kasi ano na to it's going out of bounds actually, and later on magiging national security issue na to So ano bang pwede natin gawin dito? Nakakalito na at para bang inaamin natin sa ating mga ehensya ng ating gobyerno na wala na tayong magagawa at this time sa mga pakalat-kalat na ito at sa mga nag-i-establish na maliliit na Pogo Hub na siguro kinakailangan unahin natin na tanggalin na rito. Because, look, Congressman Dan Fernandez already said na meron pa tayong around 10,000 na mga maliliit na Pogo Hub. So, gusto ko lang tanungin, Mr. Chair, si Yusek Cruz, kung ano ang nagawa ng PAOK tungkol ditong sa mga almost 10,000 na mga na-establish na maliliit na Pogo Hub, na palagay ko, alam nyo ang mga address. Alam nyo kung saan naroroon.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Ikwento ko lang po yung practice na nangyayari, sir. We receive, of course, intel reports, sir. Yung mga intel reports, out of the intel reports and intel packets, ina-actionan po natin. Pero mas kailangan po natin dito, sir, yung sinasabi nating whole of nation approach. Particularly, sir, yung mga mayors po natin, sir. And even the barangays. Kasi po sila, sir, yung nakakaalam. Tama po yung sinabi ni Congressman Dan Fernandez kanina, sir. Alam po nila kung ano yung nangyayari sa loob, sa barangay, or sa local. And if they will not participate, sir, in this endeavor, sir, hindi ko talaga malalaman kaagad-agad ng kapulisan. Although,
Therefore, Mr. Chairman, ako pero pa kayong salita, kailangan nyo rin ang coordination ng DILG. Na tama yung sinabi nyo na dapat magkaroon ng all of the agencies supposed dito, no? So therefore, kung kailangan natin ng mga barangay, kailangan natin ng mga LGUs tungkol dito, we could be able to tap DILG for help. Am I right, Mr. Chair? So have you done that? Have you talked with the DILG concerning this problem? Because this is beginning to be a real problem, as I have said, Mr. Chair. This later on will become a national security issue.
yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, we started with LGU, sir, sa Pasay. For example, sir, sa Pasay. We have this great coordination with the Pasay LGU. That's why, sir, yung mga recent accomplishments po namin, sir, sa Pasay, particularly, sir. Kasama na po namin yung LGU sa panguhuli. Kasi po, tama po yun, sir. Sila yung nagbibigay ng permits and alam nila kung binigyan po nila ng permit yung isang entity. So, yun po.